Hello, it's Raikam Ryuketsu, and welcome to episode 3 of Melancholiness In-Depth Dive. Hi. Yes, this is episode 3. Today we will be reviewing Longaevus, which now that I think about it, I should probably switch off a Phoenix gun. Ooh, that should be my next review. But yeah, today I woke up and decided that I should actually try and study for this. And also I'm kind of forced to study for it because my stats aren't regular at all. So when I showcase, just keep in mind that these are my stats. Reminder, these are my stats, okay? These are my stats, and I'm too poor that's a lie. I just don't want to pay 25 gems to switch them, because why? Now I'm gonna immediately switch them back, and it's just an entire process. Anyways, as you can see, we're already here at the island where we do our stuff and whatnot. Oh, whole cake. So yeah. Oh, my hockey color does not match, but this is Longaevus. People call it the mirror blade, but Longaevus is Latin for long-lived. Show evidence right here, by the way, future me, editor me, okay. And yeah, people call it the mirror blade because it does funny mirror stuff, even though that's not a mirror. That isn't a mirror, but whatever. So Longaevus is the rarest sword in the game. I mean, unless you're not counting the limiteds, Hunter Blade. Well, to be fair, Hunter Blade is 100% chance of getting. You just gotta be a no life in the game, and you gotta grind a questionable amount of bounty, and then make a lot of kids mad, including me, because you have so much bounty and you just randomly kill me for what? But yeah, this is the rarest sword in the game with a drop, with the drop chance being, hold up, let me pull up my notes. I know, I actually studied for this, shocker. It's not letting me slide over to my, don't tell me it did not save my notes. Well, it did not save my notes, but it's easy because I can just pull up the wiki. Basically, no, I do not want to see the top movie wikis. Damn it! Okay. Well, Longaevus has a drop chance of 1% being obtained in total. Well, okay, so has a 0.1% chance of being dropped, but that goes for each time you kill the ghost ship. So technically, it has a 0.025% chance of being dropped from each chest. So not great. It is one of the 10 swords now that have a 4th skill slash that teleports you to your enemy. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's been 3 minutes already. Wow. Okay. But yeah, it is still the rarest sword in the game, obviously. I've stated that already, but I just want to set it in. And as of today, which when I'm making this, which is August 22nd, Longaevus is only worth 4 Sea King fins. So it's not it's not worth it. The only reason I got it was because it looks cool. Look at the model. You can't really see it well, but the model looks really cool. You can't get me wrong. Same exact reason why I got Sweet Lozenge. But okay, let's get into the review. Yay! Welcome to the review. Now, keep in mind when I show you the skills, that's not stats. My stats aren't correct in the slightest. With Cerulean Blossom, I got a really in-depth explanation because I had literally +1 it not too long ago. And I also had Prestige Dagger on it too, so you got it's damage from almost every perspective. So that's good. But this, I've had it for so long And it's been +1 for so long, and like it's just been existing for a while, so there's not really a way I can record my data. And also, no, Creamy, someone named Creamy Moinke invited me to, okay. But like also my stats aren't like, ideal for this kind of content at the moment, because like, I had my stats set like that because, people are funny and want to fight me, and also I'm in the process of trying to get rid of all my bounty due to that reason. So, yeah. So, the first skill is Astrum Devastate. For some reason, I almost pronounced that as Devastate. And this is what it is. It's pretty simple. You have quote-unquote mirrors reflecting light off of each other, like, doing a bunch of funny stuff until they all come in and just boom, explodes, and it creates a little star figure due to there being 5 mirrors placed like evenly out to where it would bounce off or reflecting on a different mirror each time. Well, not really. Once you get to a certain path, it'll continue that same pattern. But yeah, that's it. Also, the explosion is pretty big. There's an explosion, and it should hit this enemy. Yeah, see? The explosion is pretty big, and that alone did 5,000 damage with my stat points. Like, all together, this is what it does. So, it does really good amounts of damage for how many stat points I have in. But basically, it does... Okay, so 75% of the damage from that skill comes from the slashes, and the rest comes from the explosion, I'm pretty sure. It also does a good amount of hits, so if you land this on someone with, like, hockey, it's gonna be gone. 36 hits. It's gonna be gone. So this is this skill would be definitely one of the best hockey breakers in the game. Also, I just realized I should probably mute my TV. This skill would be one of, like, the best hockey breakers in the game. But I'll get to why it's not later. Next skill, Fours of Astrum. Okay, so a little bit ago, I got curious. What the hell is a 4 and what the hell is an Astrum? And, like, I mean, I know what Devastate means. So, I searched up 4s, and what came up was 4. The front part of something, especially a ship. Enter a picture of that exact screen from Google, by the way. But, yeah. Astrum, I'm pretty sure, that's just a funny little word King Legacy made. Because if you search it up, it's a YouTube channel. And then, is that architecture? I don't know. Oh, okay, here we go. Here's an actual thing. It's on the Wiktionary. Right here. Star or constellation. Which makes a lot of sense, because if you do it, there's cool little stars on them. On the quote-unquote mirrors. And, yeah. Also, in the description, it further stretches out that whole star thing. Right here. Among the zodiac, it's shaped by region of the sky. Man, I thought that said religion. Once it used by the mad god. As most King Legacy descriptions, I mean, it's definitely not one of the best ones, but it's not one of the worst, because leathers is smooth as slick. This leather might give you a warm when having a bad weather. I want slick leather. But yeah, basically it's like this blade was like formed by the stars and stuff, I'm assuming, which would kind of make a lot of sense, because the coloring of it goes a lot along with like astronomy, constellations. Like a blue and gold is like very common for that kind of stuff. So yeah, And also, like, it further stretches out the idea of stars, as you can see right there. And I'm pretty sure right here it does that too, when the explosion happens. Yeah. I used to call this skill Summoning Satan because it would become a funny red star at the end. Yeah. But yeah, that was the showcase. Yeah. This sword is not great for PvP. As I said earlier, this would be a good dodge breaker because it does like 30 something hits, as well 36, as well as this because it does do not walk into that. About like 20. And I will show you some of the reasons why it's very bad for PvP in PvP. Let's just be toxic real quick. Oh, and I hit a singular bit of that skill, which shocked me. Yeah, so this just proves it's either that I suck at PvP, which I kind of do, or this sword just sucks in general at PvP, and I'm pretty sure it's a little bit of both. Yeah. Because this sword is good if you find the right stuff to combo it with. But then again, oh wow, I actually hit some of it. It's good if you find the right stuff to combo it with, but for the most part it's bad. Also, I suck at PvP. So, and I was fighting the top bounty too. Well, that's nice to know. Well, bottom line is the skills are hard to hit, which is the main reason why people don't use it for PvP. Which is the main reason why I don't use it for PvP. I love this sword. I absolutely love it to the model and to the skills. The skills are just really slow. They're easy to walk out of, but at the same time not easy to like walk out of. This skill, you can only aim it in front of you, which is kind of hot. Like, yeah, you can only aim it like on the base that your character is on. But Forest of Astrum, it can go anywhere. It's just like you can't like what I think it should do is wet thoughts. Like, if they do ever make like a V2 for this sword, which they probably won't, because why would you? I mean, the sword is perfectly fine the way it is. It's just not that good. They should make it to where you're able to spawn mirrors and then like bounce throughout them, which would be a pretty good thing, like a pretty good like idea to have on a legendary sword, especially since like all legendary swords don't really live up to like what they are, except for the ones with the V2s, which is what Muramasa V2 fucking sucks. Nightblade V2, I don't have it. I'm very close to getting it. But from what I hear, it's pretty good. But then again, it's a Robux sword. And also, ATK V2 is just straight up fucking brain dead. Well, it's not really as brain dead as it was before. I mean, you literally had a skill doing like 30,000 damage just due to the skill in M1s. But, like, all the legendary swords don't really have much carrying for them. They're just rare, and I guess that's really it. Because, like, they're not really that... It's complicated. Well, it's not really. I'm just, like, too dumb. But, yeah, one thing hint, hint, if any King Legacy developer is watching this, which I doubt it. I don't even know if an actual humanoid will watch this. I'm pretty sure, like, 5 people will watch this video. But, like, there should be way more gimmick stuff in King Legacy, like how, Phoenix Gun has its bullets, like, and Muramasa has its meter and stuff, where, like, you need to, like, set up certain stuff in order to do certain skills, if that makes sense. And it's just, like, yeah, you know, yeah. Also, they should add Brooks' guitar and make it only have one skill, but the second skill is actually a passive that brings you back to life. And when you are, per se, brought back to life, your damage is buffed, but you turn into a skeleton, and due to being turned into a skeleton, you take way more damage than regularly. Also, the person that I was just fighting happens to be on Xbox, and they sent me a funny little message saying, fight back. So, yay. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it for Longaevus. I mean, it performs really well in raids. And, like, I feel like if you were to slap a Bloodthirsty Stone on it and take it into raids, it'd be a budget Acro Scythe, like Dollar Tree version. But, like, the stone that I would recommend on Longaevus would probably be Glacier. As stupid as it sounds, I mean, you probably won't put a stone on Longaevus, period. But, Glacier Stone would look good on it. That's, like, my first reason. Also, like, if you were to hit one of the skills, it's almost guaranteed to activate, because the skills hit so much in, like, a medium-sized period of time. And, like, you could use Astrum Devastate, they get hit with the Glacier Stone, use 4s of Astrum, they get hit with the Glacier Stone even more, then use Astrum again, and then do funny little stuff, and that's basically the entire fight. Now that I'm thinking about it, the PvP system in King Legacy is pretty fucking brain dead. But yeah, I definitely suggest putting a +1 on it. I'm pretty sure it doesn't cost much. It's just like a Sea Wraith or two. And yeah, I mean, Longaevus, in my opinion, decent sword. Not good for its drop rate, but what would I know? Because I got this sword through trading and haven't traded it to anyone since. Because, like, yeah. So after I stopped recording, the person that I had fought continued to harass me via messages, and even went out of their way to hunt me down when I was trying to grind for thief ranks, like a few minutes later. And yeah, and then I told them that I was doing something, and they were like, oh wow, sorry, my bad. And I'm like, yeah, don't be a fucking asshole.